with Shadows here in Rauta, episode 50. It's been a long ride so far, and of course, I didn't even stream all the sessions I've had. This is in a way very cool way to keep track about the gaming. But yeah, indeed, towards the end we go with more than 100 hours behind with this given game. So, estimating I have roughly 90 minutes today. Let's make it count. Unfortunately, not more than that because I have a morning wake-up call. Hello, Black Widow. Hello, Chakillers. But yep, next few days I should have more time, so let's see how it goes.
あの者は小野菓子君を軽んじ、真を置かれていたことにつけ入りました。わしも裏切られたか。野心を抱く裏切り者にはほとほと焼けがさすものよ。明智と細川の同盟はない。
Hello, Freedom Frog. How was your Christmas?
離れられたらと思う。たとえ死に浸って傷つくとしても、それは美しさゆえのこと。人は誰も己の務めからは逃れられません。
Great. I am doing good.
All right. Good to hear, people, that you're doing good and all. Oops.
It's a day. How are you?
It's a day. I am a little bit tired. I just finished the series Welcome to Derry. The kind of how to say, predecessor to the It movies, based on those Stephen King stories. If you've seen It movies, you pretty much know what to expect. Horror. And I gotta say I like the Derry series more than those new It movies. But it just felt a little bit too long, I guess. So now I'm kind of happy that I got that project done. And I should be starting a new series very soon. I always consider games and movie series, movie series and TV series. I kind of consider them in a way, you know, like projects. I don't know if it makes sense, but the Derry thing, I mean, a little bit mixed feeling about it. In a way, I liked it quite a bit, and then again, I also felt like it was a little bit too long, or more like the pacing was. The pacing was a little bit off, but I mean it was. J Killers, what is a banger band? And yeah, Black Widows. I liked 6 Feet Under very much. Six Feet Under, the first time when I saw some episodes, I thought this is not my thing, but years later I gave it a go, and I figured out it's a great series. I mean, even worth, you know, like a rerun. But there are so many good series, or at least
Your
interesting
text speech
series.
doesn't read if the sentence has bad words.
Yeah, J Killers, there might be some kind of you know, adult content filter in the text to speech. That is very, very possible.
Yeah, the
I
first
mean,
episodes was meh.
you know, so funny today's review video about the band Best Done. The thumbnail was removed by YouTube a few hours after the review was out. I wouldn't even notice it very quickly, but when I was checking for notifications about that stuff and was reading my emails, I noticed that, you know, uh, the YouTube team or whatever crew was kind of like letting me know that this thumbnail was removed because of some sexual content or whatever. And I was like, what the fuck? I mean, now we obviously can't see the original thumbnail. I mean, unless you go for Rauta's Facebook or whatever, but I thought it was hilarious that this thumbnail was removed. So it was just too sexually related in according to YouTube standards. So yeah, these kind of adult filters are definitely out there. So in case you sometimes think about it, why I might not see some of the words what you message, it's because of that. I didn't even think about it because obviously I wouldn't see those. I mean, if you would say
Hi,
something,
Rauta.
hello Umbral Luciferi, so I wouldn't even know. But then again, I remember back in the days already when we were playing World of Warcraft. Mind you, this was 20 years ago. Certain cursing words.
Was go peen.
Yeah, but regulars that happens. So what I'm saying is those kind of automated filters were already back in the used some 20 years ago. So certain cursing words.
In revisiting the Assassin's Creed series as well.
Sounds good to me. I don't even know yet what I'm gonna play next when I'm done with the game. I think I should kind of continue this A Plague Tale game, but I don't know if I can stream it actually on YouTube because it's on Xbox and Xbox doesn't directly support streaming to YouTube, Twitch
like
only.
story games?
Yes, I prefer games with story. But of course, gameplay comes first because it doesn't matter if a game has a good story if the gameplay sucks, if that makes sense. Now I'm trying to figure where on earth these blacksmiths in this area are. Let's go back to this. Oh, it's actually there. I was too far away. Should always remember to use those scouts to save time in the game.
Hello.
Hello, Tia. How are you doing? How was your Christmas?
Way too much food and beer.
Too much food and beer. How is that possible? I thought I was eating a lot, and today on the scale at the gym, you know, no weight has been gained. So I was kind of disappointed.
Too much beer.
Yeah, I agree with you, Black Widow. But maybe
The first interweave I saw from you was with Blood Chalice.
oh, that Blood Chalice interview is very old by now. I mean, it was already 2018.
Feeling like a stuffed pig right now, faced with tears of joy.
Oh yeah, Tia, I get it.
"7 years.
Yeah, it's all about 7 years. It was done in February 2018, so almost 8 years now. Time really flies. And when enough time has gone since my previous interviews, I actually try to get them again. You know, do a new interview, get a little bit updated, and expand on the original thing.
Rolling on the floor laughing.
Oh yeah, Black Widow. We don't need your picture of those elastic pants, thank you. Spare our eyes.
pants rolling on the floor laughing.
Alright, yep. Black Widows. Definitely better than no pants at all.
I think the old lady down the road needs some help with her car, so I'll catch you all next time. Enjoy the stream.
Alright, Freedom Frog. Catch you later. Maybe tomorrow. Black Widow, what? You're kidding. Actually, I think...
guys were lifting weights.
Yeah, Jay Killers, that was my previous home when we were lifting weights in my home gym back in the days. Haven't lived in that place for now something like, I don't know, 6 years. So I don't have that home gym anymore. North of Yoshino. Alright, finally. So that's our next stop. I don't know how much you're actually following what I do in the game, but I'm kind of chasing these side quests. Because for some reason I find them very interesting to go through.
巫女の元へ戻らねば。
毎度どうも、またおいで。小さな店だが、また来ておくれ。
But it was great to get back to the gym today for the first time for almost a week. It feels like I've been gone from the gym for something like 2 weeks now. Technically speaking, the last time I was last Friday, and now I'm kind of like very, very happy to be back for serious training. Though I still have this aching feeling in my right thigh, so I'm still a little bit bothered by it, but could do some squats, so I was kind of like happy about it. But everything felt so heavy today, so much like Tia was explaining, like feeling like this overfed piggy. I had the same feeling today.
牛はもう安全だ。盗っ人どもめ、いい気味じゃ。恩に着るよ。私の牛が奴らにクソを引っ掛けとったならいい気味じゃが。侍の悪行をようやっと。
Okay, I'm not even sure what that quest was supposed to be all about, but okay.
割にできた。あんたのおかげだよ。行くぞ。
And I've been blasting a lot of Morbid Angel past couple of days, and it's been wonderful to revisit those classics that I haven't been listening for a while, and it always reminds me why I love Morbid Angel so much. Such great albums.
ヤマトを覆う影と嘘を消え去った。これで平穏が戻りましょう。あの御霊と初めて会われた場所へお行きください。忘れがたみが残されておるやもしれませぬ。形見などなくとも忘れはせん。私たちヤマトの者もあなたへのご恩は忘れませぬ。
Hello, Marcus. How are you doing?
どうぞあの御霊と初めて会われた場所へ。
Decent enough, even though was ambushed with some family time, but I got out unscathed.
Oh, that's good to hear, Marcus.
Lucky you, Marcus. Lucky would have been at home alone.
I guess so.
But I was a fool and stepped outside.
Yeah, happens to best of us.
Went through Ragnarok discography over last 2 days after I read about Jonpo's death.
Yeah, sad thing about to hear about Yontho. I heard this rumor that Ragnarok was supposed to play at Steelfest, but due to Yontho's personal problems, that gig didn't happen. So now I'm personally thinking, if it was these mental issues he had, so that because he couldn't or wouldn't play. Ragnarok is a decent band. They never kind of made it to the big league or never made too many great albums, but I mean overall it's a very decent band for sure.
Came across the news, never heard him though.
Well, Marcus, it's definitely worth listening to. I remember hearing Ragnarok first time with their debut album. So this was late 90s already. And I remember actually having a couple of first albums on CD, late 90s, early 2000s. And I remember kind of liking them, but over time I kind of felt they are maybe not good enough for me to, cling to those albums. But still, definitely, for sure, by no means a bad band. More good than average, I would say. And also very...
For me it's somewhere on the middle when it comes to Norwegian black metal. Not the best, but not the worst either.
Exactly, Thea. I would say it's on average closer to those 4 out of 5 stars band. So, decent band, but kind of a B-level band. So what I would consider, if you know anything about my reviews, so-called silver standard band. So definitely easy to listen and to a degree easy to enjoy, but then again a little bit too forgettable, not memorable enough. Like they don't have the killer songs.
ディオゴ、君なのか。それにしても久しぶりだな。
I mean, there are lots of bigger bands who have made worse albums than Ragnarok, like some say later Satyricon or Burzum or Dark Throne ones.
こうしてまた会えた。侍となった君とまるで夢のようだ。あれからいろいろとあってな。
In a way, Ragnarok is pretty much the kind of a run-of-the-mill Norwegian black metal. I actually interviewed them before Rauta, I mean on video. This was when they played at Steelfest 2016. So a year before Rauta was done. Marcus, if you mean new stuff, that those two singles that were released, I haven't been listening to them. I'm waiting for the full album to come out as a promo. But I like Demon and that atavistic EP that came after Demon with the covers and Demon leftover tracks. I think it's actually the second best Mayhem album. And some people have said it's pretty much like Demon.
Those bands that are fine to see at early evenings at festivals with some beers, but I'd rarely put too much effort to go through all the cat.
Yeah, I agree.
ところで京へは何をしに、ただ顔を見せに来ただけではないだろう。
書状を見つけたが要領を得んのだ。お主なら何かわかるかと思うてな。
これはテンプル騎士団への誓約書だ。
知っとるのか？
I hope Mayhem don't play at Steelfest.
Black Widow, I don't think it's likely. Not at 26 anyway. I think Mayhem might be even too expensive also. I haven't been enjoying Mayhem's last couple of lives. Like when they did this 40th anniversary in Bergen, I don't know, it was kind of a mess. You know, the production wasn't good. I mean, the sound was pretty off. Attila seemed like too much artsy-fartsy. I don't know, I just didn't, you know, like the live. And I've seen Mayhem quite a many times over the years. First time in the 90s, and the last time it was like last year. And at 2019 I interviewed Attila for Rauta.
Black Widow the play 2013 or so don't think they would fit the current style of the fest.
I mean, in a way, they would definitely fit Steelfest bill if you think about it, because bands like Marduk and Watain have also played at Steelfest and so forth, but I don't know. I actually met Blasphemer this year at Steelfest and went to talk to him because I kind of want to interview him as well, but that wasn't the time or place. I mean, had I gotten, you know, agreed before, maybe it would have happened, but not this time.
ともあれ、デュアルテ・デメロとヌーノ・カロはテンプル騎士団の構成員のようだな。
では、木村玄斎とやらを探すとしよう。
Like demon for what it was, and even though mostly listen to other stuff, I'd still like to see him live someday.
Yeah, Marcus, definitely worth seeing. That's kind of a no-brainer. Like I said, I've seen them many times, so for me it doesn't really have this special feeling. But for example, the 2019 show, it was good because it was divided into three different parts. There was more like the all-around mayhem set. Then there was the mysteries, the Sathanas set part, and the third part was with about older stuff, including like Chainsaw Godsfuck stuff and whatever. So it was a good show. But these typical festival shows, I'm not so sure. All right, in terms of game, I think it's time for me to move on. To the next place.
Think Mayhem's live seems way too choreographed. Saw 2 shows last summer and it was the exact same, like the moves were all practiced before.
Yeah, that's exactly. I think we talked about it with my friends when they played, at Beyond the Gates and then Helsinki Metal Festival.
Oh, they're a product and brand now then.
Yeah, Marcus, I think they have really reached to kind of a level where they go for this certain, Iron Maiden-like feel, if you want to go that far. But I think it's kind of a destined to happen to so many bigger bands. I mean, Mayhem is no doubt, in terms of size, success, whatever you have, like in top 5 of black metal bands. Probably right after the top 3, which are Behemoth, Cradle of Filth, and Dimmu Borgir. Mayhem is right up there among the biggest. I'm not sure which one would be in the top 5, because in certain numbers Dark Funeral is very big, and in other numbers it's not. Marduk for sure isn't even in top 5, which is a bit strange. Satyricon might be very close to it. But even bands like Emqua have really grown into being top 10 in those numbers. And I do this kind of a number crunching when I'm doing history series or retrospective episodes for the channel. So I'm like checking out how much following they have on Spotify, what are their numbers on Facebook, Instagram, Last FM, things like that. So I do a lot of cross referencing. No, Emperor is not even in top 5, even in Norway. I mean, we are roughly saying Emperor fits like top 10 in Norway, but there are a lot bigger bands than Emperor. I mean, you have to understand, Emperor hasn't even been doing albums for more than 20 years. So they're more like throwback band. So relatively big still, considering that they haven't been making music for 20 years. But I mean, there are so many bigger bands these days when it comes to black metal. So Emperor is not that big really. I mean, for example, Burzum is bigger, and Burzum doesn't even play shows. Enslaved, if I remember correctly, is also bigger in terms of numbers. So Emperor might be having a legacy, which is of course a big thing. But when you compare them to live bands like, say, Watain or Emqua, not to mention Satyricon, Dark Funeral, whatever, Marduk, of course they're bigger. But I don't remember all the numbers, like that. Just roughly how it goes, because I have the numbers on my computer or basically on my Google Sheets. And like I said, I've gathered always that information when I do these Finnish black metal history series or Norwegian black metal history series and retrospective videos, because it's helpful for me to, get that information. It helps me when I'm trying to explain how the bands have grown and what kind of a fame they are, enjoying. So that's why I like to do those number crunching. While numbers only tell part of the story, obviously doesn't tell anything about how true these bands are, how honest they are, or whatever. But at least it tells that part, what we can refer as success, the follower base, the fan base. So that's why I think it's a relevant part when we're talking about, at least a little bit numbers too.
お前には何の力もない。箱を追う偉人どもに殺されるがいる。されど箱を持っておるのはわしではなく、そなたらだ。先にそなたらがあの者らを見つけるのだ。それが皆のためとなろう。奴らを恐れておるのだな。心底な。信長様はさような者らを恐れることはなかった。あのお方の名は永久についえぬが、貴様は恥をさらしていき、死せば忘れられよう。望むものは得られたか。ああ、じゃがまだ終わりではない。
Gonna be going in about 45 minutes.
こたびのことを受け、互いにまだ進むべき道がある。箱を奪われ、どれほど命が失われたことか。数えきれません。じゃが無駄にはせぬ。重い務めも分かち合えば軽くなろう。
Death Blossom. What is this all about? Defeat all Shinbakufu. Okay, cool. All right, one final area that needs to be done. So let's start going through key.
To go have fun. Bye bye.
Good night, Black Widow. Catch you later. I should be streaming tomorrow again if you have time and interest. This was quite a detour. So what do you people plan to do with the rest of the Christmas holidays? You have still some free days from work and study, I guess.
Drink deep.
Drink? Well, that's a plan for sure. Of course I'm being wanted here. I mean, why the fuck not? And all I wanted to do is get this viewpoint for myself, but no. What it is.
For me at least, chill for the most part, still going to get some lifts in but yeah.
I mean, I get it. I mean, why not?
On winter holiday for 2 more weeks, might go see some friends and have a few beers.
That sounds like a solid plan. I could totally join Tia for her plan, but god damn. It's funny where all these guardians and whatever pop up when they are actually nowhere near in this place when your first time.
Checking some new arts exhibition in Lodi that has some AI, cyberpunk, video games and post-apocalyptic themes. Sounds cool and heard.
That sounds very good, Tia.
Should see PPL, not really up for it, music, movie marathon.
Fair enough.
At TIAC 4948. That sounds promising. Will Google.
I'm mostly just gonna enjoy gaming and hitting the gym and all that stuff. Planning to watch a movie tomorrow and just take it easy basically. And of course during the weekend we should have band rehearsals.
Strange attraction. Malvis Type 3.
Now what is this cool place? It looks fancy.
This time of the year, waiting for New Year, it always feels like limbo.
Ah, I actually get it. Yeah. For me, I'm just, actually starting a, new training routine. Basically the same program as I was doing, the this fall. So another 16 weeks. I mean, there is no point for me to wait for the start of the year. I can already start it this year.
Oh, nice. Oh yeah, for sure.
So pretty much that's the plan, as well as rehearse with the band. I'm kind of relieved that, Christmas is done, because it can be such a hassle in so many ways. Especially with those. Yeah, the cruise is about 7 weeks. 7 weeks away. I wouldn't remember, but or was it like something like 6 weeks? But I was just watching my team in NFL, New England Patriots, playing the game, and they just said, okay, it's only 7 weeks to Super Bowl, and I was thinking, yeah, it's the same weekend as the cruise, which is kind of annoying because then I'm super tired after that cruise, but obviously I need to watch Super Bowl, so there's that. But I don't mind, it's gonna be a super good weekend because I'm gonna see friends at the cruise, obviously excited to play the show, and on top of that I will see another set of friends at the Super Bowl night.
Just have a couple of barbells, dumbbells, all changeable plates, then pull up and...
Yeah, I used to have that kind of setup as well at home. You know, proper home gym with weights for up something like 265 kilos. But
works for me.
But I had to sell the home gym because it was just taking too much place, and I didn't really much use it.
Don't have a bench but do weighted dips for my chest.
Yeah, it works if you're not aiming for certain movements.
料理を作るは心で話すと同じ。そう松尾ババが言うておった。心を込めて作れば何でもごちそうじゃ。
そうだが、その中でも文句なしのものを作らんと。音に聞くキーの醤油は外せぬ。そして餅と大根はもう用意してある。だが他に何を入れればよいかわからんのだ。思いのこもったものがいいのだが。
なるほど。思いのこもった汁か。
草原様は文字や言葉に込められた思いをいつも話してくださった。思いを込めた汁があれば教えが身についていると示せよう。
込められた思いか。
And also what I learned from working out at home versus at the gym is I'm more focused when I leave the house.
Most of my training previously was all for rock climbing, so now I just kinda do a bit of everything with what I...
Yeah, originally it makes sense. You're gonna get a really good shape and get more strength at home. Especially if you're not focusing on the powerlifting movements, it's just fine. Just need to switch character because being wanted here makes the gameplay a little bit annoying.
汁の具を探しておる。
たくさんあるよ、お侍さん。この湯浅で採れたり作ったりしたものばかりだ。
純次郎が欲しがっておったのは何であったか。品物を見れば思い出すやもしれぬ。
どうなさるね。どうかまた来てね。
慎重に進まねばならない。
使うかもわからぬほどの珍品だらけだ。
Let's buy some resources.
また今度参るとしよう。
毎度どうもありがとう。
よし。
揃えたのか？すべて揃うまで作るつもりはないぞ。
なんじゃ、私はそんなに頼りないか？
ごめんごめん、見せてくれ。やったー、醤油だ。他には買ってきたものはみんなもらうが、どれを入れればいいか教えてくれ。汁に思いを込められるものはどれだ？
これは取れたネギじゃ。青々としておるぞ。これ春の山道を表せるじゃろ。
わかった。これでできる限りのことをしよう。この汁は実にひどい。わけのわからぬ味がして、しかも何かが足りぬ。まずい。草原様には別のものをお作りせねば。ありがとう。
和尚様のためにそこまで考えるとは。純次郎はまこと優しい心を持っとるな。
そう思うか？安家もそう思ってくれるだろうか。
誰よりもそう思うておるはずじゃ。
なら安家にも汁を作ろう。これとは違う汁を。
But yeah, with these things it's all about motivation, ain't it?
No, I agree with some of the
Consistency.
workout people say motivation is not enough, because when motivation, ends, then you're like you're kind of out of luck. What I mean is, you need discipline, you need routine. So that is way better than just motivation. Because for me, for example, sometimes there are days I don't feel motivated. I still go to the gym because I think I need it. And that's more important than just, going with the motivation, because it's easy to just feel like, I don't want to do it because I'm not motivated. So that's where routines kick in. The discipline kicks in.
Motivation and inspiration come and go. Discipline is forever.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I think motivation is not you know, kinda enough. Arnold Schwarzenegger was actually one of these people saying that, but I had already seen this idea taken or mentioned before. I read Arnold's take on it. I think it was one of these powerlifter champions who mentioned it. Because motivation can be something like, hey, I want to work out so my girlfriend thinks I'm hot and sexy and all that stuff. But what if your girlfriend doesn't give a shit how much you lift or how good is your body? So then you're like, okay, fuck it. I don't need to work out anymore because she doesn't care about it. I mean, that might be a little bit silly example, but also give a little bit of indication what I mean with that.
Can also be motivated but lack discipline, so it goes nowhere.
Yes, that's also true.
But I have personal experience.
Now where the hell I'm going? Just going through some fences and shit.
I think it goes hand in hand personally, but interpretation.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible that some people stay.
Tattoo myself during the holidays, but the body isn't where it was supposed to be by this time.
Yeah, I mean, some people can probably stay motivated throughout their lives. So there is that. But I did think that more than just motivation is needed. Especially when, you know, at some point working out brings you disappointment. Maybe you hit the plateau phase in your working out, maybe get injury and all that stuff. So it's easy to lose that motivation because of that.
As a wise man once said. I understand though, because over the years I've been up and down between training and falling off for Abbott, rinse and repeat.
Yeah, Rich, exactly. So, like said, it's basically not about, I'm not like criticizing you or whatever you do, but more like explaining why motivation isn't exactly the optimal situation.
me is limiting other variables, like caring too much about diet, which has actually limited my gains. Now I eat well.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't feel shame if I eat bad or drink a lot, as long as I get some heavy lifts in, etc.
Yeah, and its life is also about enjoyment, you know. So one shouldn't really feel too bad about eating dirty every now and then and whatever.
そこの者、そなたは味方になるか。
は、それがしは加藤州の安家と申しまする。
おお、ならばそなた、一向一揆を率いておった京にを知っておろう。わしは剣に、あやつの父じゃ。あやつとは道を違えることになって久しいがの。
Like I don't see joy in these people who calorie count all the time and eat out of Tupperware at a restaurant, huh?
Yeah, Ritz, I don't see the point in that either.
Different if you're an athlete and sure, professionally.
Yeah, professional athletes are one thing, but most of them, we are not like that. It's the same as professional musicianship. I mean, if you're a professional musician, you might have a very different approach to, you know, enjoying alcohol or drugs or whatever when you're traveling with a band and all that stuff, but most of us, it doesn't concern us.
なるほど。わかり申した。京女殿はお守りします。
Always eat like crap as I enjoy food nowadays instead of just fueling myself, but then on the other hand I also push myself. Don't lift like.
後に悔やめども、時は戻りませぬゆえ。
Margus, it cut your sentence as don't lift like and then nothing. Okay, so we have...
Robot keeps cutting off my sentences.
Yeah, it can only fit so much in a single screen.
Don't lift as much, only at times. I run.
Okay, fair enough.
In opposite lift but no cardio, but I do help at a stables which involved a lot of walking with heavy wheelbarrows.
Yeah, I don't really do cardio either. I mean, I try to do other stuff than just lift, but lifting is kind of like my focus.
It's too evident Jake Paul doesn't do cardio when I saw the fight with Joshua. Guy was gassed.
Yeah, I read about it. I didn't watch the fight because I don't really have the interest. But I saw some, photos of that fight and read about it a little bit.
Stables alone sounds like a decent enough of a workout.
武田の赤備え、そうであろう。いかにも。かつては信玄公のもと大将を務めておった。だがそれも織田の火薬に敗れ、家が滅ぶまでのこと。
I'm gonna be going after this particular fight.
6,167, yeah, it's a lot of work, huh?
親方様を誇ったことこそその力の証ではないか。信長様からお聞きしたことがある。武田の精鋭らが稲が刈られるがごとく倒されたと。ああ、しかり。かつて自らを破った武器を学び極めるとは。それがしもまた学びに値すると信じてここに参った。ならば来い、安家。稲刈りの威力を味わうがよい。
Let's duel. And this is my
so much that when I do go there I don't live that day
cue.
usually.
Yeah, Rich, totally makes sense. We all need time to recover.
それが聞こえたならば、そちの心が定まった時ぞ。
Taking cod liver oil again also. My right elbow joint was healing up recently.
Yeah, we all have those injuries or overtraining or whatever that keeps, slowing us down. Like I have had this left thigh aching for a few weeks now. I tried to have a ibuprofen break as the physiotherapist told me to have like 4 days, almost 5 days of taking painkillers just to take a break from the working out. I tried massage, neither would help, and today I felt like I could probably do at the gym, and then I felt like just when the painkiller phase was over, the aching came back. But what I learned is that today when I was squatting in a little bit different ways, just less toes pointing outwards, it felt better.
Somehow got into my head it would be beneficial.
Yeah, Marcus, it's supposed to be beneficial anyway.
心を研ぎ澄ますのだ。正しき道などありはせぬ。ただ、より良き道があるのみ。感謝いたしまする、信種殿。鉄砲の技と世の断りについて多くを学び申した。それがしは旅に戻るとしよう。先生にお会いした折はよろしく伝えてくれぬか。これで門弟を皆倒したら、上泉先生。
Swimming is great exercise. Have T swam in years but works out your whole body.
Alright, and this is my cue to go get a midnight snack and head to bed because I have a wake up call at 9, which means 8 hours. So, gonna be back streaming tomorrow again. So off I go, and I hope to catch you later this week. What we have here is now 102 hours. All right. Good night, people, and maybe see you tomorrow or the day after. Bye-bye.
Glad I managed to catch it.
Yeah, me too, Rich. Nice that you were around, as well as Tia and Marcus and the others. All right. Good night, people. Catch you later. Bye-bye.